Say for math, your goal is I solve subtraction problems with mixed numbers. So again, we're using our mixed numbers, which means it's going to be something like 3 and 1/8. So your mixed number has a whole number and a fraction. Okay, so those are the type of problems we're looking at that have numbers like that. So our first one today says, Denzel played Fortnite for 5 5/8 hours this weekend. Dante played for 3 2/5. How many fewer hours did Dante play? So that word fewer is telling me to subtract. So I need to set this up. 5 5/8 minus 3 2/5. So the first thing we need to do yet again, create that common denominator. So I'm going to times by 8 and times by 8, and then times by 5 and times by 5. So I end up with 5 25/40 minus 16, minus 3 16/40. So again, we always start with our fractions. So 25/40 minus 16/40 is going to be 9/40. And then 5 minus 3 is going to be 2. Then I need to add my units. So we're talking about hours. And we're talking about hours played. So I can just write hours played. And then I can circle my answer. So 2 9/40 hours played. Less hours played would probably be better. So that word fewer told me that I should subtract. Okay, my next word problem says Aaliyah is supposed to read for 3 3/4 hours per day. She has already read for 1 1/2 hours. How many more hours does she need to read? So I'm, again, setting up my subtraction problem. Need to create that common denominator. So I'm going to multiply this one by 2 and this one by 4. Remember, we use our opposite denominator. So we end up with 3 12/16 minus 1. Oh, wow. 3 6/8 minus 1 4/8. So created our common denominator. Subtracting 6/8 minus 4/8 is 2/8. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2 2/8 more hours. So when I look at this problem, it says what her goal is, and then it says how much she's already done. So that's how I knew that I needed to subtract. So it doesn't always say fewer. I just knew that she had an amount she had to reach, an amount that she was at, and then we have to find the difference there. So our last problem is going to have a little bit of regrouping. This one says, there is a pie with 9 slices. Yasmin eats 3 1/9 slice. How many are left? So 9 minus 3 1/9. Now, I don't have a fraction here. I need to regroup. And we always go next door to regroup. So we're going to cross our 9 and make it into an 8. And then we need to make a whole because I just am regrouping one whole. And when I put that one whole into a fraction, if I'm in ninths, 9/9 is going to equal a whole. So when the top and bottom number are the same, it equals a whole. So I'm going to change that into 8 9/9. And then I can do my subtraction. So 9/9 minus 1/9 equals 8/9. And 8 minus 3 equals 5. So 5 8/9 slices of pie. So again, I knew this was subtraction because it was asking how much was left. Then we created common denominators this time by regrouping. and we took a whole and we made it into a fraction that also represented a whole so that we could subtract. So your job today is to show your work on your subtraction problems and try your hardest to regroup when necessary. So good luck, scholars. I look forward to seeing your work. You have 5 problems.